What's going on, everybody? It's been a minute. I apologize for the lack of uploads these last few days, but I've been busy, so lay off! Sorry. I'm sorry. But since I've been gone, I've decided that I've got full Minshew crew fever. I've got my mustache. I've got my bandana. I'm wearing jorts right now, which I will not show you. Unless you're a pretty lady. If you are, feel free to DM me. But anyways, we are going to talk about the minicamp that just passed by, the 3-day mandatory minicamp. And I know you guys are all going to say, look, it ended on Thursday, and it's Tuesday. I understand that. And while I can't promise you guys videos to come out on time, I can promise you guys quality videos on this channel. So without further ado, let's talk about minicamp. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, this minicamp kind of annoyed me in a lot of ways. And not even just this minicamp, it's honestly been a whole entire off-season process. And it all started on April 15th when Jalen Ramsey and Telvin Smith did not show up to organize team activities or the voluntary workouts. And the main thing about that is that it caused so much of a debate between Jaguars fans. Oh, I think Telvin Smith should be there. Jalen Ramsey didn't have to be there. Oh, I think everybody has to be there. It was just a whole mess. And then 3 days later, at the state of the franchise, Tom Coughlin singles these guys out, saying that these guys need to be here if they truly are good teammates. Then, a few weeks later, May 9th comes, and Telvin Smith announces on Instagram that he's going to take the year off. He's going to let 2019 and just chill on a little bit, maybe smoke some weed, hang out with some of his friends. You know how that goes. So he's not going to play 2019, and nobody knows what's going on with him except for those close with him. Then on May 29th, Foles missed OTAs, and it turned out that his wife had a miscarriage. Now, this may not affect the football team, but you got to feel for Nick Foles because he's our new quarterback, and he's a guy we've got to rally around. Then on June 6th, we learned that Josh Allen and Raquel Armstead suffered injuries and are going to miss the rest of the team activities. Now, these are mostly precautionary, but at the same time, you don't want injuries. Then on June 10th, the start of this minicamp, this 3-day mandatory minicamp, we learned that Yannick Ngakoue is going to hold out for a new contract. And there has been talks about a new contract because they're clearly in talks right now, but we'll see if they get him a new contract by the time training camp starts, or else we might be seeing a disappearance of Yannick Ngakoue at the start of these training camps. Now that I've gone over a bunch of the negatives, I will say a few good things. First of all, Nick Foles has been impressing all of his teammates, especially on the defensive side. I mean, you have guys like Miles Jack and AJ Boye discussing how all of a sudden practice seems to be a lot harder with this new quarterback, and just trying their best to really not call out Blake Bortles while calling Nick Foles a great quarterback. So he's learning a lot of the trust and a lot of the favor just of his teammates, and he seems to be a guy that the teammates and the whole entire Jags offense can really rally around. So that is all very good news. And another good piece that came out of this mini camp and just the off-season workout program is that really Chris Conley has been emerging as a good guy. Now, Chris Conley spent 4 years over in Kansas City and really failed to emerge out there, but he's got a good rapport with Nick Foles, as Nick Foles spent a little bit of time in Kansas City, and he's got the body to do it, man. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. We just hope that he can put it all together. I mean, he was a combat warrior, very, very fast. So he's got all the tools. Let's just see if he can put it together on this offense with a quarterback that he seems to really like. And another great thing, honestly, the best thing could have came out of this, and that there were no real big injuries. I mean, we all know, everybody that's been a Jag fan since 2015 knows what the worst possible scenario can be. And that was when Dante Fowler went down at the very first rookie minicamp, and we lost him for an ACL tear the whole entire season. So that absolutely sucked as Jaguar fans. Now, I will say a few notes. We did learn that Cam Robinson and Marquise Lee may not be available at the beginning of training camp. Now, both these players suffered season-ending injuries very early in the 2018 season. Marquise Lee suffered an injury, I believe, in week 2 of the preseason, and he took just a really nasty injury right to the knee, And there was really no, I don't know the exact injury, but he tore a bunch of stuff in his knee most likely. So hopefully there was no nerve damage there. Cam Robinson tore his ACL week 2 of the NFL season, and he's a bigger guy, so usually it takes the bigger guys a little bit longer to get back on his feet. But he's a guy that came into the 2018 offseason program a little bit out of shape, and he was a little bit underwhelming when he was playing in the preseason. So I'm really hoping that he can come back soon and really get in shape and really make an impact at the left tackle spot, because we really need it. I think this offense is going to really be able to have the potential to be carried by this offensive line, as right now it looks like a pretty good unit. So those are a couple notes there. Also, it doesn't look like Jalen Ramsey will be holding out. Now, we have 2 more years of control over him, but you never know with him. He might be a guy that really wants his money and wants it now, but he's not going to be holding out. He may hold out next year, but for now we will have him for the program, so it's only going to be Yannick Ngakoue holding out, as Yannick and Miles Jack are both heading into contract seasons. Also, there's a big question: will Talvin Smith come back? I mean, I've said all along, ever since he said he wasn't going to play, I've always thought that he was going to play. And we'll continue to see what he does. He's still being super cryptic on social media, and it's just a really weird situation. But we're going to continue to monitor that. Also, there's a bunch of different fun competitions going on. There's going to be a big competition at the backup quarterback position, as there's really no experience at the backup quarterback spot. I mean, you look around, we have Gardner Minshew, who we drafted in the 6th round of the 2019 draft. Tanner Lee, who we drafted in the 6th round of the 2018 draft, who's not much of a fan favorite. And you also have Alex McDough, I believe his name is. He's out of FAU. So we'll see what goes on there. I think either FAU or FIU, I don't know, one of those schools. They seem like the same thing to me. But we'll see if we bring in any veteran competition there. But for now, I mean, if Foles goes down, it could be a little bit scary. But it's going to be fun seeing that in the preseason. Also, the running back 2 position, behind Fournette, who's going to win that spot? Will it be our rookie, Rock Armstead? Will it be Alfred Blue, Thomas Rawls? It's a legitimate competition, so we'll see who emerges out of that. Wide receiver, just so many emerge. We got DJ Tartt, Keelan Cole, Dede Westbrook, Chris Conley, Terrell Pryor. We've got a bunch of names, and somebody needs to just grab hold of the true wide receiver 1 position. We may not have that again this year. We really haven't had it since 2015 when Al Robinson had his breakout year. In 2016 he was a little bit down. I've been wanting a wide receiver 1 for the longest time. We may not have one, but at least somebody emerge and be a big playmaker for us. And also linebacker position. The weak side linebacker position and strong side linebacker position are completely wide open. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on with that spot, and I'm very excited for it. So the Jaguars offseason program is over. They're going to kick back up at the end of July when training camp starts. Rookies report a little bit earlier. And then we're back in the swing of the season, guys. So really in these next few weeks, hopefully, the main thing that you don't want is anybody getting in the news when it comes to just stupid criminal stuff. I mean, last year we had Marcel Darius getting a little bit of trouble. The year before we had Dante Fowler Jr. So let's just hope that these guys stay out of the news and I don't have to come on here and make videos, because while I do like views, I only like views for the right reasons, guys. So that's about it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching and being patient with me as I remain busy with life. You guys know how that is. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, guys. And this is UC at Jaguar with JenJag.com, and I'm out.